Hi, it's Walter Burns from Keller Williams City Life Realty and livingonthehudson.com for this week's Living on the Hudson weekly recap, where I go over news and properties that went under contract in the past week in Hudson County. So if I look at the Hudson County MLS, there were 112 properties that went under contract in the past week. These are properties that had an offer accepted. They have not sold yet. They had an average list price of $769,000 and a median list price of $674,000. From days on the market perspective, they were on the market for an average of 29 days or a median day on the market for 14 days. So just about 2 weeks there. Just looking through the list of some properties that stood out to me. There were several units of the Galaxy Towers that went under contract in Guttenberg. You had a 2-bedroom here listed for $599. It was on the market 2 days, 2-bed, 2.5 bath, 1546 square foot unit, listed for $599. And this went under contract at the Galaxy Towers in Guttenberg. You can see this has a direct New York City view overlooking the Hudson River, and it is a renovated unit. The Galaxy was built between 1976 and 1980. So some of the units there tend to be in various states of condition. Some of them can be renovated. Some of them might be original condition. This one looks like it has been updated at some point recently. Another unit here that's sold to the went under contract at the Galaxy, a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 979 square foot unit listed for $325. It's on the market for 12 days at the Galaxy. And this one looks like it was also updated. The flooring was changed out, and there were some upgrades done here at this property. Excuse me. Looking through the list here in Hoboken, there was an alcove studio at the Hudson T building, also marketed as a 1-bedroom, 735 square feet, listed for $739,900. It was on the market 25 days, and this property also went under contract. These alcove studios are many times marketed as a 1-bedroom, where there's a wall. It looks like they finished they put the wall all the way up to the ceiling on this one. Some of them it's a half wall in the Hudson T building, and this unit faces into the courtyard of the building, and it looks like it doesn't have any New York City views. The Hudson T building has high ceilings. The average height's around 13 to 15 feet tall, so they're very dramatic units. They feel a lot bigger than the square footage indicates. Also, downtown Jersey City, I saw a few units. There were a couple of units at the Shore Club, One Shore Lane. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1335 square foot unit listed for $1,575,000. It was on the market for 3 months. That property went under contract, as well as another 2-bedroom, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1270 square feet. So on the market 81 days, and that was listed for $1.2 million, and that property went under contract as well. In Weehawken, I saw a 1-bedroom at Riva Point. This is on the Hudson in Weehawken in the Lincoln Harbor section, not far from the Lincoln Tunnel. And this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 873 square foot unit, listed for $699. It was on the market for 40 days, and this property has gone under contract. This was on the south side of the building, so it overlooked Lower Manhattan and Hoboken. So, and you can see here's Hoboken, and here's Lower Manhattan. Riva Point is a pier building. It is built on a pier on top of the Hudson River and offers probably the nicest views for properties in Weehawken. There are other complexes in Weehawken, but given how they're built, many of the views are limited unless you're in the front direct east side of the building. But Riva Point is known to have great views in the area. Many of the units have either north or northeast facing or southeast facing or directly east facing New York City views. So if you like views, Riva Point is a great option. In what has sold, a couple units stood out to me. In Hoboken, you had a 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,050 square foot unit at the Garden Street Lofts. The Garden Street Lofts is located at 1425 Garden Street, and it is a green building, LEED certified green. It was one of the first buildings in Hoboken to have that certification, and this listed for $825. It sold for $825, and it was on the market for 7 days. This property, this building is located on 14th and Garden, and it was a former, I believe, coconut factory. next to the Tootsie Roll factory up on 14th Street in Hoboken, developed by Bijou Properties. And this building, this unit is a very large one bedroom, 1,050 square feet, sold for $825. In downtown Jersey City, there was a unit here at Waldo Lofts, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, listed for $975, sold for $995. It was on the market 2 weeks. I actually showed this property to one of my customers, and it sold a little bit over asking here. And this was a northeast facing unit at the Waldo Lofts, and it is now sold for $925. The Waldo Lofts is an elevator building. There is parking on site. However, there are more units in the building than there are parking spaces. So not every unit comes with parking. However, parking is readily available to rent in the area. There are many garages nearby where you can rent parking at near the Waldo Lofts. Another unit here at Rock Harbor in North Bergen. This is probably one of the first townhome communities on River Road. It's located in North Bergen on the North Bergen and Edgewater border. And this unit here at Rock Harbor, it was actually a bank-owned property, and it has sold at Rock Harbor. It looks like it had partial New York City views. As far as the details go, it listed for $925, $380. It sold for $883 and $50. It was on the market for 2 weeks. It was a cash purchase, and that's sold at Rock Harbor, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, 2,546 square feet. Rock Harbor is you get a lot of square footage for the price when you compare it to other buildings in the area. It was built in 1986. As far as news stories go this week, a couple stories I saw in Jersey Digs. Hoboken has approved redevelopment at the Capital One Bank site. And this is a bank that is located on the corner of 3rd and Washington. And they're going to knock this down and put up a new structure that is proposed to look something like this. And it will continue the look and feel of the rest of the buildings on Washington Street. So this will be on the corner of 3rd and Washington. It's on the east side of the street. And you'll see here, this corner is the old Arthur's Steakhouse lot that this building was redeveloped and is almost finished. And it looks like this is the new site that they're going to develop here. You'll have retail on the ground level and residential units above. I don't know yet if it's going to be residential rentals or condominiums, but it looks like this will be called, which talked about a very large vacant lot that sold for $54 million. Located on Provost Street. And this is located at, where's the address here? Excuse me one moment. Oh, sorry, Morgan Street, 107 Morgan. And this is located right behind Washington Commons condominiums. So Washington Commons condominiums located at 311 Washington Street. This is located right behind the building on Morgan Street. And it is now, the lot's been sold. And I'm sure they're going to build probably high-rise structure like this with parking. Don't know yet any plans for it. It will probably be residential rental or condo, but I don't have any information on that yet. But the trend seems to be residential rentals now in downtown Jersey City. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have a development site here. And this is, again, located right behind Washington Commons. I'll link these down below. If you like receiving information like this video comes out once a week, every Monday. And I feel free to like or subscribe. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me anytime at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-3766. Thank you and have a great day.